Good evening, everybody. And first of all, a happy new year to everybody in our Carry On Quizzing members group. First of all, I hope you had a safe and enjoyable Christmas period, whatever you were doing, whether or not you were staying at home or, of course, in your safe bubble. If you were able to do our Christmas Day quiz, I hope you enjoyed doing that. The 25 questions, we had quite a few people having a go and playing along with that. And I hope you enjoyed all of your festive period. So, as I say, it's our first quiz of the new year, 2021. Of course, last night we went into our third lockdown, of course, but we're hoping that the next 45 minutes to an hour is going to be lots of fun. We've got the normal things in store for you. We've got some shout outs. We've got some great team names coming through. Keep those coming as we go through the evening. We've got our 5 rounds, of course, of questions, and you may have seen them on the post that was put out earlier today. But if you didn't, let's have a recap of the round titles. We'll be starting off shortly with our first round, which is titled All Sorts. Round 2 is titled Richard and Judy. So our themed rounds begin with Richard and Judy. Round 3 will be titled Rat Pack. Round 4 is 5 a day, New Year's resolution. And our final round this evening, round 5, will be titled 9 letters, which we'll be explaining to you later on. So each round, of course, has 10 questions. Each question is worth 1 point. So at the end of each round, we'll be asking you to send in your team names and your scores at the end of each round. Kirsty's on hand to take those, and we'll be announcing some of those during the evening as well. So who have we got with us this evening so far? There's some great team names, some very topical team names joining us. Morgin Vicar are with us. The Hicks Clan, good evening. Scrambled Egg Head, Debbie and Steve. Debbie, I hope you enjoyed your hamper that you collected from the Christmas draw. The Moore Tribe, good evening, Colin. The Rusty Brains, good evening, Wendy and Paul. Ginless Tonics, 3 J's and a T, or 3 J's and T. Good evening, John and Joan. Desmond Tutus are in the building. Oven Ready Vaccine. Good evening, Greg and team. And the 3 COVID Ears. So some of our team names and members joining us this evening. So I think it's time to make a start with our first round of the new year. So pen and piece of paper at the ready. Nominate somebody to write down those answers. Enjoy the quiz, everybody. The slides will still come up in front of you. The first round is titled All Sorts. And our first question is question number 1. In which city did John Boot open his first chemist shop in 1849? So in which city did John Boot open his first chemist shop in 1849? Question number 2. What name is given to a female swan? What name is given to a female swan? Question number 3. Who wrote the Discworld series of books? Who wrote the Discworld series of books? Question number 4. Who designed the Queen's coronation gown? Who designed the Queen's coronation gown? Question number 5. In Norse mythology, who was the god of thunder and war? So in Norse mythology, who was the god of thunder and war? Question number 6. What item of clothing is collected by a grabatologist? What item of clothing is collected by a grabatologist? Question number 7. In which pastime would you use a Jardine snap tackle? In which pastime would you use a Jardine snap tackle? Question number 8. In which year did Tony Blair become Prime Minister? So in which year did Tony Blair become Prime Minister? Question number 9. What completes the old proverb, sauce for the goose is... So what completes the old proverb, sauce for the goose is... And finally, question number 10 for our first round. In Australian slang terms, what is a thunderbox? So in Australian slang terms, what is a thunderbox? Which completes our first round of the new year. So the round was titled All Sorts. We're just going to give you a chance to put your final guesses down for the first round before we reveal to you the correct answers. Which leaves me a nice opportunity to wish a very happy birthday to Trudy Cameron, who I know is playing along this evening from the Caged Cams, who celebrated her birthday yesterday out for a jog I saw early doors yesterday. Trudy, I hope you had an enjoyable day. Love, I'm sure, from all of the family. And also happy birthday to Penny Ainsley, who celebrated her birthday last Saturday. And I hope you enjoyed your birthday too, Penny. Of course, we're not out on the golf course at the moment, but hopefully it won't be too long until we can. So how did you do, everybody, in that first round? As I said at the beginning, it's 1 point for a correct answer. We're going to run through the answers now. At the end of the round, if you'd be kind enough to send us your team names and your scores out of 10 for the first round, we'll try and read some of those out later on. So let's see how you got on with the first round. It was titled All Sorts. Let's start with answer 1. In which city did John Boot open his first chemist shop in 1849? It was Nottingham. Answer 2. What name is given to a female swan? Is a pen. Answer 3. Who wrote the Discworld series of books? Was Terry Pratchett. Answer 4. Who designed the Queen's coronation gown? Was Norman Hartnell. Answer 5. In Norse mythology, who was the god of thunder and war? Was Thor. Answer 6. What item of clothing is collected by a grabatologist? Is ties. Answer 7. In which pastime would you use a Jardine snap tackle? Is fishing. Answer 8. In which year did Tony Blair become the Prime Minister? The years are always a good one. 1997 is the correct answer. Answer 9. What completes the old proverb, sauce for the goose is sauce for the gander. Sauce for the gander. And finally, answer number 10 for our first round. In Australian slang terms, what is a thunderbox? It is a toilet. So a thunderbox is a toilet, which completes our first round. How did you do with that first round? Send them over to us. Let us know how you got on, and we'll try and read some of those out during the evening.